Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Camera's there, isn't it? Hope we're all doing very, very well. So, we may have noticed that things have gotten a little bit more interesting in terms of Leeds' potential signings. Everyone is talking about Mr. Kebbal, or Kebbal? I don't know. The French bloke, who is Algerian, but Algerian French in all likelihood, given the way that Algeria works, who currently plays for Paris FC. And I was gonna just make a video on him, and then I remembered that I hadn't done my stream for the day. So, good morning, Mitchell. So I figured what I would do is, one, sort out whatever the fuck is going on with my hair there, and two, let's record a video together. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? So I'm gonna set things out for the Kebbal video. I'm gonna bring you guys on the journey with me, and we're gonna talk about it. Does he fit the side? Living that jumper really suits you. Thank you. Kayla calls it the Colin Firth jumper, just because it's a little bit like mid-2000s rom-com. How does he play? Is there competition? Should we get it done? What I'm going to try and do as well is I'm going to try to slightly ignore that. I'm going to try and do this a little bit differently to normal. Normal video recordings I do, I've got, that was mean, Matthew. You know that was me. Let's not refer to me as The Rock, especially when it's that one weird picture. Yeah, normally I have banners that are like 3 or 4 per thing that's broken down. This time I'm just going to do like the big header and try and work within it, and hopefully that's okay. If it's not okay, you can shout at me. But first question I've got for the chat is, what are the things that you want to know about Kebbal? Aside from presumably absolutely everything, because Leeds fans are absolutely nuts in like the most fun way possible. I need happy Pablo. I don't need sad Pablo. Because I'm going to be doing everything in this stream. This is going to be like the start to finish process. That'll do. Who is Kebbal? That's a good question. Is he coming? That's another one. On absolutely everything, because I'm absolutely nuts. We know Degenerate Yellow, hence Degenerate Yellow. I want to know if Kebbal can run and score. I imagine he can. What's his injury record like? That's a really good question. I would have never thought of that question. Why only ish? It needs to be more than ish. And Michael G. Hello. I'm gonna stop trying to out you guys, because you can just spam it on the keyboard. I don't get that ability. We don't do being mean to Ilan Melier on this channel. You know this. Whilst I'm at this, what's Kebbal's first name? Ilan, yes, because he's the Melier regen. Just play good and don't be a dick. That's fair enough. Just shooting who, what, where, when. Are we not doing why or how? Because we know why. The how is the potentially difficult one. I'm presuming giving another club quite a lot of money. We'll have to find out, won't we? Cool. So let's hop over to next Mahrez. Are you saying that because he's Algerian? Because that feels very specific. All right, let's share the screen. Good. to, what's it called? Untitled design Bosch. Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of thumbnail design whilst we're here. We're gonna do the entire thing. I'm gonna take it through the entire process because that means I don't have to do it by myself, where it gets all sad and lonely. So let's make you transparent. Let's make big Elan, well, second biggest Elan, a little bit bigger. Make it the right kind of size. Is that contrasty enough, or do we need a little bit more contrast on that background? That looks a little bit better, I think. Slightly lighter background. Let's do big Pablo. And then, hold on, can someone type the words next Pablo in the chat for me, please? That'd be massively appreciated. What were his numbers? I think last season he played 41. 11 goals, 8 assists, or something like that. Ah, okie dokie, baby zebra. That's all good. Thank you very much. Leeds in hunt for, and now, because someone has said it that isn't me, I can put it in quotation marks. Thanks, guys. He does seem very Pablo-esque, though, in all fairness. Like, this isn't just straight up scamming it. This is... But no one said it in that phrasing, and it's like, well... I would like to be able to say it in that phrasing, you know? Effects, outline, black. Are we spending 20 million for him? I severely doubt it if he's in the French second division. And then we'll move actual Pablo to the front. We'll move new Pablo to the front. And then we'll make a nice little arrow, I think. Are we thinking a green arrow? I think a green arrow. A nice like, look at who's here now. Look at that's a shiny fucking arrow. And then we'll send that to the back. Forward adverts is fun, but I know it helps Joe. I'm not trying to run any on Twitch. That one isn't on me for once. I do admit when I do it, though. Ah, Nikki's here. There's also a great adventure going on over in the Twitch chat. So if you're just on the YouTube side, hop over to Twitch. It's great. What are we thinking on the thumbnail thus far, then, gang? Thinking good, bad, middle. A bit eh. No, I don't like that. I preferred it like that. Party in the Twitch chat. There's always a party in the Twitch chat. That's where the cool gang hang out. Right, why is Pablo's image so tall? There we go. That makes it a little bit simpler. Cool. Put him in a giant red circle so we know who he is. I mean, I think the giant green arrow is kind of doing that job for me. Is it too bright? I think it's too bright. I think that's too sad, though. If I flip you horizontal, do that. Yes. No. I always love playing the game of which asset works here. Because it's very rarely any of them, and it's a pain in the dick. Do that. Do that. Move you that way a little bit. Cool. Bring Pablo back to the front. Bosh. Cool. Right. Okay. So that's the base bit. That should be fine. I think. No, it's not. No, it's not. I've changed my mind. I've very much changed my mind. It feels weird that I have to do this entire process off stream every single time, and now you guys are just sort of watching in on it. It's very odd. Contrast. That's not helpful. Highlights all the way up, shadows all the way up, whites all the way up, blacks all the way down. And get rid of all the saturation, and then I'll get to the foreground, and I'll do it so it looks all mysterious. Bring the brightness back to where it normally is. Edit the foreground, full brightness. There we go. Bosh. That should do it. Maybe only the Pablo rather than next Pablo. No, because we're not actually hunting for Pablo. You know. But then again, I don't like the way that text is balanced. Leeds United. Yeah, that makes it a little bit better. Need the in there. Font for next. Do the entire thing, you lazy bastard. There we go. No, no, yes, cool. Bit bigger. That goes there. New Pablo, you're going to have to hide for a minute. You're going to have to go there. By the way, you guys are going to need to promise to actually watch this video because doing it on stream could potentially do me harm going forwards. If you don't watch it elsewhere, which would be a shame. Does this feel a little bit too empty at the bottom? It does feel empty, but I don't know why. That would be because it is empty, I think. Yes. No. Thanks, guys. Love a bit of consistency. Badge or back of two shirts. Something like that. I want to keep next Pablo on one line is the only issue I've got. I'd seen that this was potentially happening on Wednesday rather than Thursday, which I think is quite interesting. Come on, Joe, get on with it and go to bed. Look, I'm trying to. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. Yeah, fuck it. I'll use an arrow. Shit me, that's a bright arrow. But also, I kind of want to use my yellow. I like that. That's quite good. And then, this is where someone's going to call me clickbaity, but you know what? Fuck it, I'm allowed sometimes. Sometimes I trick myself. because I don't think we know what the sort of fee will look like. So, body a little bit bigger. And then we go pounds. That makes it look like a lot of money, when he's not necessarily going to cost a lot of money. Yeah, that looks right. Cool. I'll call it Pablo. Download it. Bosh. Cool. Right. So now we can get to the actual video-y bit. Put potential names into the white figure. That's the thing with thumbnails. They always display really, really small, which does not really help. Implies triple-digit million fee. It does imply triple-digit million fee, but at the same time, it could imply like a £2.4 million fee. And honestly, that's fine. You know, I've covered all the bases there. Everything's fine. We're good. I cannot believe you'd accuse me of that, Matt. I mean, to be fair, if I was doing anything to get the views, I wouldn't be streaming at this time of night. This is not a good time to be streaming. So, on the list, I've got the intro stuff. Leeds target new Pablo for permanent deal. Who are Leeds hunting? How does he play? What does the deal look like? Does he fit the side? Is there competition? Should we get it done? I think that will do the job. Just need to find all the info I can on Kebbal. He's not a tall guy, is he? He's 1.69 meters. He's like 6 inches shorter than I am. Little hobbit guy. He very, very recently moved to Paris FC, actually. I'm going to have to do a little bit more Googling. They did spend £10 million on Joe Rodon earlier in the season. And that feels harsh for someone that is quite good. Can he play as a 10? Maybe. Let's check his FOT mob. No, it's not FOT mob, is it? It's the other one. What's the one SofaScore? I don't know what's going on in the Twitch chat, but I think they're planning a night out. Hola, Lux. Ça va? We're doing French today. Because of our new Algerian overlord. Kebbal. Can't play as a 10 by the looks of it. He can play on the left, though, so I think he could. Yeah, short footballers are fine. Like, you're not complaining about the fact that Dan James is playing alongside Nanto right now, are you? So little hobbit footballers are great. It's people for Evie to relate to. That's the test of if Evie is watching, I think. How are you doing, buddy? Can't believe Leeds have... Harsh. What's the news then? Leeds United are in for a French right winger named Kebbal. He can also play on the inside as the number 10, and I think that is pretty good. Except he is not actually French, he is Algerian. But I think he's Algerian in the way that he didn't think he was going to get a French cap. I'm going to have to do a little bit more checking, I think. I'm not used to my chat moving reasonably quickly. Is this... I should always stream right after Joe does. Went through the reserve teams of Bordeaux and Rennes before joining Dunkirk on the 2nd of July 2020. Made his debut with them in a 1-0 win. Called up to the Algerian national team in October 2021. Where the fuck are Cop Bleu? Yeah, he's always lived in France as far as I can tell, which is, I mean, fair enough. I get it. I I know Dan James now looks like it, but I'm fairly sure he hasn't spent that much time actually punching players in the head. Get off the wiki page, Joe. No, I refuse. I'm going to find out what I can. Although the wiki page doesn't yet say Leeds United player, so I'm guessing people haven't had a chance to do Wikipedia graffiti on him. Right, so what I'm going to do in a second is I am going to go through the video. So I'll do the intro thing. I will do the step-by-step bit of the video, but I'm going to do a fun little additional feature to this video, which I'm going to do a little bit more often, actually, if I'm doing pre-records, which is going to be, we're going to take Questions Corner and move it from purely being a live stream thing to a video thing. So I'll do a quick Questions Corner at the end of the video that I'm recording, and then cut that afterwards, and then I'll do the upload, but I can't do the upload whilst I'm still streaming, which is the only slight issue that we've got there, but that should be completely fine. And then, yeah. Everyone good with that thinking? I hope so, because I think it's the thinking that we're going to be going with. I still want Manhoof from Stoke. I mean, he's not a horse. Like, I was going to do a poll, actually. I've completely forgotten what it was. That'll be it. Please only answer this poll when you feel like you know enough about the guy. Because I kind of want to see what you guys are thinking. What do you mean, so no one good? Very harsh. Right, gonna get diving into it then. So I'm gonna take a moment of quietness, so it's gonna look completely blank on the sound thing for a moment. But in the chat immediately afterwards, please someone shout 23 minutes at me, and it'll be fine. So. Everyone has their own favourite players, and let's be honest, we have them for lots of reasons. Either they are fun to watch, or you can somewhat relate to them on like an emotional level, or they just make your team really, really good. And let's be honest, you've heard most of mine by now. We've got Ilan Melia on the list because I quite like goalkeepers. You've got Junior Firpo on the list because I've been forced to play as a left back in the past and wasn't very good at it. I can relate to him in that sense. And you've also got the likes of Patrick Bamford, who I just like because I feel a little bit bad for him, I think. I'm sure there's a therapy session deep in there somewhere. But as Leeds United fans, a lot of us are big fans of Pablo Hernandez. And, thankfully, changing things up a little bit, Leeds United are targeting someone that has been described as the new Pablo for a permanent deal in this transfer window. So, what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to run through who exactly Leeds United are hunting down, how exactly he plays, what a deal could look like if he were to try and come to Leeds United, if he actually fits in the side, is there competition to complete this signing, and ultimately at the end of the day, should we get this one done before we go into a fun little different segment. But I'll get into that in a little bit more detail later on. First up, we need to talk about who exactly Leeds United are hunting, and his name is Ilan Kebbal. He is a French professional footballer who also plays for Algeria, so basically Algerian French nationality, has been called up to their national team, so technically Algerian footballer, but he's lived in France for all of his life. Plays either as a right winger or a number 10 and has been widely renowned for a very, very, very fun passing game. For an idea of how well he has done, I'm just going to bring up his page on Transfermarkt again so I know what's going on here. He has moved very, very quickly up the ranks. He went from USL Dunkerque to Stade Rennes to Paris FC in no time at all. And now, after a couple of seasons at Paris FC, clubs are just eyeing up this guy and going, actually, yeah, you know what? Let's sign him because he seems like a very, very good player. How exactly he plays is not really a bone of contention. because it's fairly obvious. The way he plays is he tends to start out on the right wing and is very, very good at cutting into the inside. But there's also, having a look at his heat map, a big old splodge down the middle. Cases in which he has played in the number 10. So he's happy to drift from right to left. And with that passing that I mentioned earlier, happy to unlock a very, very deep sitting defence. Now, a lot of people have sort of asked the question of, yeah, sure, this is nice, but he plays in Ligue 2, so I don't know how exactly that compares to the Championship. Ligue 2 is not a dreadful level to be playing at, to be completely clear. He's very, very clearly proven himself to be one of the best players, not only at Paris FC, but in Ligue 2 in its entirety, and very, very likely would be ready to make a move up to Ligue 1, because he's good enough for it. And the fact that he's good enough for it makes things a little bit complicated at the same time, because you never know what exactly a deal could look like. When it comes to Leeds United, after all, this window, you don't know whether a deal will look like anything at all. So, looking back at his transfer history, his last move was Stade to Paris FC. That happened last July on the 10th, and the overall fee was €2 million. So, not that much. Admittedly, him having a really good season last year will push that valuation up a little bit higher. He played 41 times, 11 goals, 8 assists, and has, if I remember correctly, played once this season already and scored, which is a really, really good position to be in. So that'll push his value above the €2 million mark, but I couldn't see it being in the rough sort of area of a Dejan Ljubicic. So €3 to €5 million would very, very probably get this move done. And you're looking at it and you're thinking, this is a really good deal for Leeds. He's a good footballer in an affordable position in a division that is of a lower standard than us, so we represent a step up. What's the catch? The initial thought that I had was that the catch would be that there would potentially be quite a bit of competition for his signing. So the initial sort of messages that were going around, and I can't quite remember what the website was that dropped the news. It's not coming to mind. It's fine. But the website that sort of dropped the news said Leeds United and Burnley are looking at this guy. Since then, I've heard word from various different places that Burnley necessarily aren't that interested in signing him. They've got their own targets, so it looks like it'll be a free and open run at this guy, which is very, very nice, because it means that there is no chance of us getting shut out of it. And the best bit is, does he fit the side? Absolutely. We don't have a creative number 10 at all. We're struggling in midfield as a whole. And this right wing is, Jesus, not comfy. We've got, what, Dan James? Nonto doesn't like it that much over there. Aronson, I don't think would like it over there either. I prefer him as a 10, I'll be completely honest with you. So we desperately need another right winger. He can play there. We need another number 10. He can play there. I would want him and one more in those attacking positions just for a little bit more depth and safety. But the question at the end of the day is ultimately, should we get it done? And I am firmly, without a doubt, in the position of absolutely. We definitely should get this done. It's affordable. He's a quality player. And it's that sort of level of sum where if it goes wrong, we've lost very little. Effectively nothing. It's fine. But, as always, that's what I think. And I want to know what you think. But this time I'll do it very slightly differently. I'm going to bring something over from my live streams. Basically, I'm live streaming this little bit right now as I'm recording, because I kind of wanted to know the opinion of the chat at the same time. So, if you haven't voted yet on the poll, if you are on the live stream, go and do that. Answer whether or not we should sign Elan Kebbal. And at the same time, let's hop over to Questions Corner, in which we'll answer a couple of the major questions that are being thrown around about the sort of Leeds United side right now, specifically about the Kebbal thing. If you guys are able to, that'll make things a lot more on topic, but that should sort of make things a little bit more discussable to go off of. First question, this is a pretty fair question, to be honest with you. Is he injury prone? Asks Mitchell Bond, and I completely forgot to check this despite the fact that he asked the question on the live stream before I did this. He's had a couple of injuries. Last season, he had an injury that basically happened at the end of the season, and it went until the end of June. Now, looking at that, you think that's not great, but at the same time, he basically just missed the last match of the season, which is fine, I think. There's no serious risk to that, and it's not exactly an ongoing issue, I don't think. He's had a couple of injuries, but none of them have been ones that will take him out for an extended period. It's not like he's someone that's got a really, really bad broken adductor or anything. He'll be fine enough. Second of the questions from Colin. I want Benson. What are your thoughts on him? I think there's a reason that Benson doesn't get any football in the Premier League. And I think if we want to be looking forwards, I think signing Manuel Benson for a significant sum of money would be a bad idea, purely because it wouldn't particularly make that much sense for us. And there is this fact that Matthew Smith is bringing up in the comments, which is I don't see Burnley necessarily selling to a rival. I think that would be a bad move on their part. I don't think it's a good move on our part. And at the end of the day, I don't think it all adds up. It's a tough one. Finally, Degenerate Yellow. Why are we signing a 26-year-old from the French second division? Because we've waited too long to sign all of our first targets. So now we are having to cast the net a little bit wider, scout players from across Europe, and find those that will effectively give us a chance at getting promoted whilst not having already been signed from other places. Is basically it, at least in my opinion. But, as I've said, that's all what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, pop along to some of these nighttime streams. I think they're great fun. I'm calling them Late Night Leeds. Ooh, it's like a chill vibe. At least I think the vibe is nice and chill. Anyone that pops along to the streams, just go in the comments of the video, not the live stream, and be like, yeah, it's a chill vibe. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe. You can even become a channel member. It's 99p for a month, and you will get videos like this early because I record them on an evening and I put them out on like 7 a.m. the next day. So it's pretty good. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you later. Cool. Oh, I didn't do the after video bit. I guess this is the after video bit. It's fine. Oh. Right. Thank you, folks, for the watching. That was good. Thank you for the Questions Corner. I enjoyed Questions Corner. I really do like Questions Corner. Thank you very much, Jack. I had a fun thing recently where someone was like, wait, you do your videos in one take? And it's like, yeah, it's just quicker. Have I got skills? I think I have skill. Oh my god, I've just seen, sorry, I was just looking at his heat map. Kebbal can take corners. We're saved. Holy shit. But thank you very much, Matthew, and thank you, Carl. I appreciate it. Right, okay, cool, that's fine. Yeah, and the amount of people that are like, let's not sign him, he's not that great. Excuse me. How dare you besmirch the good name of Lockie? Are you saying that Lockie's wrong? I don't think Lockie's wrong. I think Lockie doesn't make any mistakes when he's doing his scouting stuff. Because Lockie, far cleverer than me. Not even close. That's true. They are legally obliged to be shit at taking corners. Why haven't you mentioned the investors? Because I didn't really think it was applicable to that video, was it? I don't know if I've like missed something there, but that wasn't really an investor-y based one. I'm trying to like, if we're potentially signing people, we might as well discuss the people rather than the people that we haven't signed. Just because it feels a bit more happy and positive, and less like everyone wants to murder the 49ers. Which feels like the vibe that we head towards from time to time, which is a bit of a shame. Even I'm just catching up now, sorry for being so late. You don't need to apologise, it's all good. You know these streams, you know they're just good vibes. That's the entire point. It's just sort of nice and chill stuff. Why we don't spend, Joe? The investors who put in want profit. Oh, I don't want to go through the finance stuff again. Especially since last time I went through the finance stuff, I ended up accidentally calling myself the accountancy slag. On the finance stuff, basically, the investors won't make anything that looks like a profit if they are still in the championship. They just won't. Sell as many players as we like. It won't touch the initial sum that 49ers Enterprises and that lot all spent on initially buying the club. Not close. Even a little bit. So it's not a case of they're just pocketing the money or something like that. Because that'd be daft, because that wouldn't work. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to profit that way. The way that they profit is increasing the value of the club and then selling once the club has more value in it. Just hope we get up tomorrow morning and we get a player holding our. I'm gonna guess you're about to say third kit. And I've heard rumour that we're supposedly meant to be doing something like that. Do we get a signing done before Friday? I think so, but I don't think anyone that we sign will be playing against Sheffield Wednesday. I think it'd be a bit too soon for that. At least off the top of my head. Of course, we might be proven wrong, but you never know. It's a tough one. Yeah, that's why I didn't really do a Ljubicic video today. Kinda did a little bit of a hate crime. Kinda don't like that. No, good. Be super impressive if Leeds sign 4 players before the end of the window. I think we will. I'm fairly comfortable in the fact that we will. It's not that hard to sign for, I don't think. Sorry, I've just seen a tweet from Lockie. Not Lockie, Locks. But I keep doing that as well now. Sorry, he did what? Hang on, I'll find the specific. Dejan Ljubicic. Specifically, and see if this reminds you of anything that happens in the news of like, no, don't change it to this, because then it's up to your own personal definitions. In August 2021, he was sentenced for throwing bottles at a mosque in Kislyak 3 years earlier. He had to pay a fine or serve 10 days in prison. With the recent string of hate crimes, I don't think signing this guy is either a good thing or a thing that makes sense from a moral or a financial point of view. We might end up signing him anyway. I can't say I'd be super happy, because again, probably a bad thing to do. If you're chucking stuff at mosques, you're probably not the best of people, but maybe it was bottled water. I mean, I can follow the Wikipedia article through if you really want. We can probably find out. No, let's not go down that particular route, shall we? That feels like that's a route I don't think we want to be going down. Let's have a look. Oh, that is the most Bosnian webpage I've ever seen. Please translate to English. 3 years ago, Austrian football players Dejan Ljubicic and Daniel Sudar were the actors of the incident when they threw balls at a mosque. After the mentioned events, the footballers sent an apology, and in June this year, the trial for the mentioned incident began. Had to pay a lot of money or end up in prison. They ended up paying the money because, of course, they did, because they're footballers. Last year, the footballers. Sorry. Right, I'm gonna. This is up there with. No, right, okay. On this, just a misunderstanding, Judge Honest. Um, I'm gonna dive a little bit more into this one because do you remember Wayne Hennessy's reasoning for not doing the Nazi salute was effectively, um, I didn't know who Hitler was. Yeah, a direct quote from him was crazy. I respect every religion. I grew up with many Muslims. Now I have many friends among them. Basically, I've got a black friend. Is the synonym that is often said. Um, as a Christian, I respect every religion, said Ljubicic at the time, who claimed he didn't know he was targeting a mosque. I know it looks stupid. I was looking for a bakery with my friend and we wanted something to eat. Honestly, I didn't realize it was a mosque. It was dark. Yeah, lad, I always want to eat at a bakery, and my immediate response is I'm going to chuck some bottles at it. What? You what? Oh, God. I should. I don't want to forgive and forget a hate crime. I'll be completely honest with you. I've not seen a video of this. Hold on. Dan Ljubicic. Um, bottles. No, no, no. Dan Ljubicic mosque. Nope, not that one either. Yeah, I can't find the video, but Jesus. If you want to eat from a bakery who throws bottles, don't they have doors? Yeah, like you don't have to force your way in through the window, lads. Like I'm sure they'd just invite you in. They'd be like, "Yeah, actually, come on. It's you should just buy the sandwich. You don't need. We're not lush. You don't need to break through the windows to buy a bath bomb." Okay, this is a good point as well. Bakeries are like morning food. At best, early afternoon food because you're buying something for your tea. Like, just get a kebab. It's yeah. Message in a bottle saying you wanted a croissant. For fuck's sake. Oh god. I don't think I want to sign Dejan Ljubicic anymore. Now I think about it, I'm not quite as convinced. Alright. Um, right. Oh no, wait, I found the video. Oh, it's been taken down from YouTube. Or has it? Has the Independent still got it? It does. Right, okay. Does this look like um the kind of person that thinks he's at a bakery? I've not seen this either, but I'm just curious. Right, pulls up. Yeah, okay. Gets out the car. Walks up to it. Yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not convinced he thought that was a bakery. I'll be completely honest with you. I, I'm I'm not too certain about that one. Don't quite think I believe him. Um, he was young at the time, surely. Second chances. He wasn't that young, I don't think. What age was he? He was 20. When you're 20, you know what you're doing. You know that you don't like lob shit at mosques. Like, come on. Just two honest men looking for a pan au choc. Yeah. Oh, and they did run away without the pastries. I forgot about that bit. I do pay attention to Twitch shit. I just sort of let you guys vibe. It's fine. The baker probably owed him money. Imagine. Imagine being the baker and you're just like, no, imagine being the guy that is normally like the baker for him. And then you're like, yeah, I thought I was at the bakery, and the baker's just like, do you do this every time? I've been busy serving customers. Do you always chuck shit at my bakery? Is that what's going on here? Yeah, I'm not. Maybe his dad owns a rival bakery. I. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, sorry. No, never mind. The entire thing about I thought it was a bakery out the window because the apology that he made a couple of days later on the football club's official website was, I don't know what came over me and could only apologize and give assurance I'm very sorry for this mistake. So you knew it was a thing, right? So that was a I like that. That's a good one. That's a very, very good one. Thank you for that. That made me very happy. Yeah, I'm not super convinced by Ljubicic anymore. I'll be completely honest with you. Yeah, but what I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna end the stream very, very soon. If anyone has any further questions to put in questions going on, let me know like now. Um, we'll get answering them, and then I will nip off because tired. And I feel like work's gonna be a nightmare tomorrow. He loves violence. I like it. Fantastic. But let's not open clip champ. That doesn't help. I think Joe should stay on Twitch with us for a bit. Debs, what do you think? Um, I, I'm no, I'm going to bed. Excuse me, I will not be streaming from bed. Don't seem like that's not the kind of channel I run. That's for the premium channel. Can you take throw-ins? Judging by the way, chuck those bottles, probably not. Any truth about Matondo? I don't think so, and I don't quite think he's going to be good enough anyway. Because, yeah, I don't know. I'm not super convinced. I don't know what his level is, and from what I've seen, his level isn't good enough, which is a shame. But one more. How many can you see coming in before the window shuts? 4 or 5 is what I think we'll get. Who are you thinking Leeds will sign? I think we will sign Kebbal. I'll be annoyed, but I think we sign Ljubicic. A left back, and then I don't know what the third is likely to be. Maybe Benson as well, but I'm in the same sort of spot as Matthew Smith. To be fair, Costa got us promoted. But I see what you mean. Vinny Jones once gave death threats to an air hostess. We still love him. Yeah, but I would. I don't know. Why? Sorry, what streamer Twitch chat roping me into? Owen Beck at Liverpool would be my choice at left back. I think I agree. I did a left back video a couple of weeks ago, and I ended up landing there. Game's gone soft. Yeah, you can't even violently assault people based on religious views anymore. Me, Joe, and Evie Halloween Spookathon. What the fuck have you got plotted? I don't know. And it scares me. But on the subject of what Baby Zebra's got plotted, go to the link that I'm about to chuck in the YouTube chat. Because Baby Zebra does stream sometimes. And if you've got a Twitch account, go and follow. Because I think she's currently fairly close to being monetized. I think. I don't know for sure. But we'll have to see. Either way, I'm absolutely exhausted. So I'm going to be leaving that there. So, hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, do the. Oh, God. No, I'm not good enough. I might try. No, I'm not good enough. Also, the YouTube. Might do a few more iRacing-y ones at some point. Or maybe... Do I want to do that? Might do more iRacing. I don't know if I want to do any RimWorld, because I don't know if I want you guys to see me harvesting people's organs. Because that would kind of hurt the image, you know? Love some late night porn to Q6. Excuse me, there is no Q6. There's A to H. And there isn't a sixth queen. Nikki wants F1. I forgot about F1. Can I stream portal throwing? No, because it will get me not signing with Leeds United in the future. I'm not going to do Stardew. RimWorld is just violent Stardew, so I'm going to stick with RimWorld. I don't enjoy playing Stardew. It's too soothing for my noggin. Anyway, I'm gonna head off. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Like, subscribe, all the fun bits. And I shall be seeing you later. Toodaloo. Ta-ra.